Hi there everybody, it's UK independent demonstrator Halsey here from slimandstylish.com, and today I have this card for you. I think this card, I love it, but I love how complicated it looks, yet it took me seconds. Well, maybe minutes, I might be underestimating that, but it didn't take very long. Using the beautiful Friendship stamp set, which is such a clever stamp set. You only need to stamp this once and it has so much layers to it really. Like, you stamp it and you get it in all different colours, all different shades, and it looks like you've put loads of effort into it, but really it is such a simple card to make. Let me show you how. The colours I have got. So I've used a little sprig and I've used So Saffron. I have used this leaf here and I've used Granny Apple Green. I've used the bud that's here and I've used Highland Heather. I have used this larger stamp here and I have used Mint Macaron. And then I've used the little flower and the sentiment, I love our beautiful friendship, and I've stamped both of those in Gorgeous Grape, and the backing card is also Gorgeous Grape. Okay, let's get started. I have them all mounted up on blocks already. So you need a piece of Whisper White cardstock that is 9.5 centimetres by 13.8 centimetres. And I've got another piece of Whisper White cardstock. This was actually just a cut off from a backing, so it is going to be 9.5 centimetres as this is, because it's the same length. But width wise, it's 1 3/4 inches. I realise I've done inches and centimetres there because I'm awkward. Let me have a look. It's 4.5 centimetres. It doesn't really matter, just so long as you can fit your sentiment on it. So I'm just going to pop that in the centre of the card, and I'm just going to use a pen to mark roughly where it is. And I mean roughly because this is going to be put up on dimensionals. So you want to go in a little bit. You don't want to draw on the side, otherwise you'll see it when it's popped up. So you just want to go underneath. And like that. Then so that when you're over all of them you can't see the mark at all, but you now know that anything inside of this won't actually be on display on your card. When you're building a card up like this, I find it a lot easier to start with the largest stamp. I popped all of these onto blocks, but then popped the blocks on top of each other, so they're all stuck all over the place. That really wasn't a very clever idea. So I'm going to start off with the big flower first with Mint Macaron. It is much easier when trying to find space on your card to start with the big stamp set, because you can always fit the little ones around. It's very hard to fit a big one around once you put the little ones in the wrong place. So Mint Macaron to the side. And I'm just going to do one there in that corner. And one there in that corner. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's not symmetrical, she says, because mine's not symmetrical. It's just building up a bit of an image in the background. So that's all of that one done. Put the lid back on, because if you're anything like me, you'll get that all over the place. I stick my elbows in them, I get my thumbs in them, I make such a mess. This one's Gorgeous Grape, and I'm just popping it on both sides. But what I'm being really wary of is where I've done the line. I want the part of the bud to show above the line, but I do want it to go underneath so it looks like we've covered the whole card. Give the good illusion. How beautiful, by the way, is this stamp set? You just, I mean, how simple is that? Ink it up, push it down, and look. It looks like I've put layer on top of layer on top of that. It looks like one of those 2 or 3 stamp sets. No, just push it down and it does it itself. So clever. Right. Oh, while I've got Gorgeous Grape out, I am just going to do the sentiment, which is I love our beautiful friendship, and I'm just going to pop it in the middle of my offcut. Hopefully straight. Yes, straightish. It'll do. Highland Heather. And with Highland Heather I was doing the buds. So I've popped a bud on each corner. And also on the side of that flower there, this one. And as it's positioned, it actually looks like it's kind of coming out of both. But I mean, look at that. You've got the light, the dark and the medium. It just looks like you've put such a lot of effort into stamping it, and I've literally just inked and pushed it on the paper, as you've seen. I think it's like a magic stamp set. Magic. Granny apple green for the leaves. I'm just doing 2 of those just to give it a bit of... I wasn't sure when I started using Granny apple green because it was such a bright colour in comparison to the others, and it really stood out. But when you only do it a couple of times, I actually think it just adds a bit of pow to the card. I quite like it. So saffron. I'm just using this little sprig with So Saffron, and I'm just popping that over bits I've already stamped. It really doesn't matter. I'm just giving it some more colour. But yeah, I think it's beautiful. Do you know, I'm actually going to do an extra bit in the corner. I didn't do it on that one, but I'm doing it on this one. Just for fun. And that's it. That's all the stamping. That is the base of the card completely done. How simple was that? It took hardly any time at all. So I've got Gorgeous Scrape. This is 10 centimetres by 14.25 centimetres. Can you see? I started the video first time round and did the lines on it, and then went to go and stamp and I dropped the ink pad, so I had to restart again because, you know, had to restart. Oh, look at my grid paper. Don't look at it, it looks a mess. Hate messy grid paper. I Love Our Beautiful Friendship. Let's pop that up. You already know where it's going. You've got your handy little markers to tell you. In the middle there, like that. And then I've got my card. So this is an A4 piece of the thick Whisper White. I've cut it in half, scored it in half, folded it, burnished it, and then I'm just sticking this onto here. There you are. How simple. A card in less than 10 minutes that features 5 different colours and looks like it's got a hell of a lot of shading on it. I mean, I just honestly think that stamp set is, it's just gorgeous. I would happily claim that that is one of my creations, but the stamp set does it for me. It's so easy to use. It's the Beautiful Friendship stamp set. You can purchase it from my store and it does feature in the new catalogue, so it is carrying over. If you go onto slimandstylish.com, go up to my header and click on buy, you'll go to my store, search Beautiful Friendship, and you can add this into your basket. You can also add any of the colours, the blocks, anything I've been using. It's all available from my store. If you've liked this video, please subscribe and join me again. Thanks everybody. Bye.